Hello, fight fans. Micah Fights with Friends. And if you are looking for a complete guide, schedule, where to watch, estimated time for every single fighter's walkout, and the odds to every single fight, you've came to the right place. I'm Micah Fights with Friends. Please hit that like button if you like what I do. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tap that notification button so you're notified whenever I post a new video or go live like tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific with Billy the Style Bender. Let's start this out, guys, with the early prelims. You got 3 fights on the early prelims. Hopefully you haven't canceled your fight pass because at 3:15, Julia Avila will be walking out. She is a minus 215 favorite. She is taking on Penny Kyanzad, who is a plus 170 underdog. Just real quick for anybody who doesn't know, the minus and the plus. That means if you put $100 down on Penny as a plus 170 underdog, you're going to get back another $170, which means you'll turn your $100 into $270. Moving right into the next bout with the scheduled walkout time of 3:35 is Ishmael Nardiv. He is a minus 530 favorite. He's taking on Chance Rencontour, who is a plus 375 underdog. Next up, coming down to the cage at 4 p.m., you have Edmund Shabiza. He is a minus 590 favorite. He's taking on Jack Marshman, who is a plus 400 underdog. Moving on to the prelims, the ESPN prelims. These are on big ESPN on cable. They will start at 5 p.m. 4 fights starting, walking down to the cage at 5:15 with Alejandro Perez. He is a plus 170 underdog. He is taking on Song Yadong, who is a plus 225 favorite coming into that one. All these odds are as of about 8 a.m. This morning, Saturday. Coming down to the cage next, 5:45, you have Claudia Gadelha. She is a minus 240 favorite. She's taking on Rhonda Marcos, who is a plus 188 underdog. Moving on at 6:15, you have Marlon Vera. Huge favorite here because he was supposed to be taking on Sean O'Malley. He is a minus 455 versus Nolan Hernandez, who is making his UFC debut. He'll come into this a plus 320 underdog. Rounding out the ESPN prelims, we have familiar face veteran Gilbert Melendez, who is a plus 250 underdog, taking on Arnold Allen, who is a minus 335 favorite. Let's jump into the pay-per-view portion of this event, now covered exclusively, why can't I say that, from ESPN Plus. So make sure and check that out, and you're able to get some kind of deal. I think they're still doing a deal where for $80 you can get a pay-per-view if you haven't done it already, plus a year of ESPN Plus. So check that out. First fight scheduled to make their way down to the cage at 7:15 p.m. You're going to have the Nightmare Diego Sanchez. This guy's the only fighter from the Ultimate Fighter Season 1 still in the UFC. He comes in a plus 265 underdog, taking on Michael Chiesa, who comes in a minus 360 favorite. And for those of you that don't know, Diego Sanchez has been staring Michael Chiesa down for going on about 26 hours now. At 7:45, making his debut at light heavyweight, former 185-pound contender Luke Rockhold and former champion Comes in a minus 225 favorite. He is taking on Jan Blachowicz, who is a plus 175 underdog. That is at 745. Moving on to an estimated time of 8:15. You have the funky one, Ben Askren, who is a minus 240 favorite coming into this, and he is taking on Jorge three-piece Masvidal, who comes into this one a plus 185 favorite. If you're looking for a live dog, Jorge's my live dog in this. Just saying. Like I said, in the description, I will put a link to all of my picks for the main card, and it'll let you know why I made those picks. Moving along, 9 p.m., you have the champ, first female champ, Amanda Nunes. At 9 o'clock, she is a minus 400 favorite. She will be defending her title against Holly Holm, who comes into this a plus 300 underdog and who is also a former champion. Then we move on to the main event of the evening. This is scheduled to start at 10 p.m. Most of these events are usually over about 10 p.m., so I think some of these might be off a little bit. These are rough estimates from the North Nevada State Athletic Commission. John Jones, the champion, comes into this a minus 670 favorite. Thiago Santos comes into this a plus 450 underdog. For those of you that have been following the odds on these fights, these odds moved violently and volatilely to end up about where they started, I believe. But as early as yesterday, I remember they made a 50-point swing. I believe it was just yesterday. Santos was a plus 500. Jones was a minus 720. Those odds tightening up just ever so slightly. And if you want to bet, if you want to know about prop bets, what odds are to go the distance by knockout, by submission, anything like that, I have everything for you. Do not hesitate to ask a question in the comments, and I will make sure and do my best to answer those, or someone from the Fights with Friends community will. I want to know what bet you guys are putting down, though, tonight, if you're putting down any bets. And I hope you guys join me at 5 p.m. Pacific for that Fight Companion. I am putting on one bet tonight, and like I talked about, that is my live dog, and that is a Jorge Masvidal. So I hope to see you guys at 5 p.m. tonight. Like I said, link to my picks for the main card is in the description. Guys, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses at 5 p.m.